is a very powerful AI chatbot called GPT that is really making a lot of waves. It talks to you like a human and can respond to you like a human. And if you ask it a question, it will use its massive power to the internet and give you a really detailed response as if you're talking to someone. This AI is so powerful and insane that people are saying that it might take over the world. Okay, well, maybe not take over the world quite yet, but it is helping a lot of different college kids cheat on their essays. And so I thought to myself that if it can create perfectly passable college level essays, then surely it's smart enough to create a really incredible cocktail, right? And so in this video, I asked ChatGPT to create me 3 original, unique cocktails, and I recreated them and rated them myself to see if it will replace me in the future. All right, so let's fire this thing up. So first I asked it for a 1920s inspired cocktail using gin. I wanted to get specific to see what it can do. It then gave me the cocktail ingredients as well as the instructions. And lastly, I asked it to give me a name for this cocktail, because if I have to struggle to come up with names for the cocktails that I create, so does this robot. All right, let's grab our mixing glass. We're first gonna do 2 ounces of gin. We're going to do 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. And then we're going to do a 1/2 ounce of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Interesting choice to stir juice. And then it says to do a 1/4 teaspoon of grenadine. I'm just gonna do a bar spoon and 1 dash Angostura bitters. All right, let's add ice to this. And stir it until it's nice, chilled, and diluted. We're gonna grab our chilled cocktail glass and we're going to pour this out. And we're gonna do this exactly like our little AI friend asked. So it said, and we're gonna do 1 lemon peel. We'll express 1 lemon peel over the top. And all right. And so there you have the AI generated 1920s Gin Martini. Wow, that is weirdly really good. It is a little sweet, but the balance is pretty spot on. It was a little bit of a strange choice to stir lemon juice, because usually you would shake that, but honestly, that's not bad. I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10. Wow. All right, and so let's move on to the next one. So this time I gave it a spirit rum, an era, the 1960s, and a very specific style of cocktail in tiki cocktails, because getting tiki cocktails right is actually a lot harder than it looks. You need to get the right balance and flavors, or else it starts to taste like one of those crappy cocktails you get at a beachside stand. All right, so this one's shaken. We're gonna grab our shaker. We are going to do 2 ounces of dark rum. We're gonna use our Hamilton 86 Demerara rum. Probably go a little bit darker than this, but I'm gonna use this one. So let's do 1 ounce of freshly squeezed orange juice. A 1/2 ounce of lime juice, a 1/2 ounce of our grenadine. We're gonna do a 1/2 ounce of Orgeat, 1 dash of Angostura bitters. In this Pilsner glass and pour that out. And then it says to garnish with an orange wedge. All right, and let's give the Tiki Sunset a taste. Now this, the AI bot actually kind of named pretty aptly. It's pretty nice. It makes sense to call it a Tiki Sunset. Right, let's give it a sip. Okay, all right. Wow, that's actually really enjoyable. That's an 8. I'm gonna rate that a 8.5, no, a 9 out of 10. This is a very good cocktail. Oh my Lord. All right, so far so good, but what if we got a little funkier? What if we really try to challenge the ChatGPT bot? So for this one, I decided to ask it to make me a modern and complex cocktail using cachaça, which is a spirit that even some of the best bartenders struggle to make cocktails with. It is a bit more of an out there or niche ingredient, so I actually don't know if the AI will know what to do with it in a cocktail. We are first gonna do 2 ounces of cachaça. We're gonna do a 1/2 ounce of lime juice, a 1/4 ounce of honey syrup, 1/4 ounce of Lillet Blanc, kind of interesting choice. We're gonna do a 1/2 ounce of passion fruit syrup and 1 dash of absinthe. Add some ice. And then we're gonna strain this out. Oh, that's a lovely color. So it says to garnish with the mint sprig, but I don't really wanna put that in there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab a mint leaf. We're gonna smack it, and then we're just gonna float it over the top. And there we have the tropical bliss. All right, let's give this a shot. Smells lovely. Okay, all right, you get a lot of that cachaça up front. Passion fruit and the honey mix really, really well. The lillet is kind of missing, but it does feel like maybe it's in there in the body, and the absinthe gives it a nice funky twist. It's good. It's not amazing. It definitely needs to be tweaked a little bit. It's one of those cocktails you still need to workshop. It's like almost there. But I mean, for a AI generated cocktail, I've had much worse cocktails in a lot of different bars. I'll give this one a 6.5 out of 10. So what are my thoughts? Well, first off, I was really shocked at how good overall these cocktails were. I thought this AI bot was just gonna throw random ingredients together and just call it a day, but weirdly enough, these ingredients in all three cocktails actually worked really well together. Even when it said to like stir lemon juice, which is not something that's standard practice in the bartending world, it still worked out okay in the instance of the 1920s Gin Martini. This 1960s tiki inspired cocktail was spot on for me. Like it really captured the vibe of what the 1960s tiki cocktails were all about. This doesn't feel like it would be out of place in, say, like a Don the Beachcomber recipe book or something like that. My final thoughts are that I think I'm in trouble, because if this is how the AI is now, I can't imagine how good it'll be in like a year. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go cry and think about my future career. But if you can't get enough of me making and reacting to cocktails, I have a whole other video you can check out right here next.